A Meta agentic AI sparked a security incident by acting without permission. A Tennessee senator introduced the first draft of a federal AI bill. And the FBI confirmed it's buying Americans' location data. It's Thursday, March 19th, and here's a quick look at tech news this morning from Engadget. The information reported that an AI agent within Meta took unauthorized action that led to an employee creating a security breach at the social company last week. According to the publication, an employee used an in-house agentic AI to analyze a query from a second employee on an internal forum. The AI agent posted a response to the second employee with advice, even though the first person did not direct it to do so. The second employee took the agent's recommended action, sparking a domino effect that led to some engineers having access to Meta systems that they shouldn't have permission to see. A representative from the company confirmed the incident to the information and said that no user data was mishandled. Meta's internal report indicated that there were unspecified additional issues that led to the breach. A source said that there was no evidence that anyone took advantage of the sudden access or that the data was made public during the 2 hours when the security breach was active. However, that may be the result of dumb luck more than anything else. Many tech leaders and companies have touted the benefits of artificial intelligence, but this is just the latest incident where human employees have lost control over an AI agent. Amazon Web Services experienced a 13-hour outage earlier this year that also, apparently coincidentally, involved its Kiro agentic AI coding tool. Moltbook, the social network for AI agents, recently acquired by Meta, had a security flaw that exposed user information thanks to an oversight in the Vibe-coded platform. The White House has been promising a set of national rules to guide artificial intelligence since late last year, and yesterday, Senator Marsha Blackburn, a Republican from Tennessee, fired the first volley. The senator shared a discussion draft for codifying the executive order signed by President Trump in December, calling for an AI bill. Her stated goal is a policy that protects children, creators, conservatives, and communities from harm. Blackburn has called for tougher policies for AI safety, and one of the core messages in this discussion draft is that it places a duty of care on AI developers in the design, development, and operation of AI platforms to prevent and mitigate foreseeable harm to users. It also draws a line on the many copyright infringement questions raised by creative industries. An AI model's unauthorized reproduction, copying, or processing of copyrighted works for the purpose of training, fine-tuning, developing, or creating AI does not constitute fair use under the Copyright Act. Some of the other notable provisions are requiring covered online platforms, including social media platforms, to implement tools and safeguards to protect users under the age of 17 against online harms, protecting the voice and visual likenesses of individuals and creators from the proliferation of digital replicas without their consent, setting new federal transparency guidelines for marking, authenticating, and detecting AI-generated content, requiring certain companies and federal agencies to issue reports on AI-related job effects, including layoffs and job displacement, to the U.S. Department of Labor on a quarterly basis. And it includes ending Section 230, marking the latest attempt to retire a law that has been questioned as a possible loophole for AI companies to escape liability when their tools cause harm. While AI critics might see positive signs here, remember that this is just the initial version of the framework. Lawmakers will likely spend a lot of time negotiating over the eventual result, which may be notably defanged from its current state. And it could also wind up with a lot more requirements echoing the Republican complaint about a pattern of bias against conservative figures demonstrated by AI systems by requiring third-party audits to prevent discrimination based on political affiliation. Despite the claims of suppression and censorship, the conservative argument seems to be consistently false, or at the very least, misleading. During a Senate hearing, FBI Director Kash Patel confirmed that his agency has bought information that could be used to track individuals' movement and location. Patel said, "We do purchase commercially available information that's consistent with the Constitution and the laws under the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, and it has led to some valuable intelligence for us." Law enforcement is required to obtain a warrant in order to get location data from cell service providers following the Carpenter v. United States ruling from 2018. But why bother with all that hassle when they can just buy the information from the open market? Senator Ron Wyden, a Democrat from Oregon, said doing that without a warrant is an outrageous end run around the Fourth Amendment. It's particularly dangerous given the use of artificial intelligence to comb through massive amounts of private information. Wyden is one of several lawmakers pushing for an overhaul of when and how the government can obtain citizens' personal information. It is an overhaul that's badly needed. Patel already has a history of dubious use of government resources, such as ordering SWAT protections for his girlfriend and somehow horning in on men's hockey victory celebrations at the recent Winter Olympics. So one would hope he's not also stretching the limits of the few privacy protections that still exist. Then outside the FBI, we have the Department of Homeland Security being sued for illegally tracking immigration raid protesters, and the Pentagon's labeling of Anthropic as a supply chain risk after the AI company refused to let its products be used for mass surveillance of Americans. Thanks for listening. There's more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism exclusively from Anna Washenko. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.